is in a position where we have to really decide who we are, decide what we are, what we desire for the future. I mean, my gosh, it is so important that we leave behind us the things that no longer serve us, and we incorporate an availability for goodness, if you want to call it that. We have to expand our consciousness and prayer, and there's so many people that, if they're not careful, good people that are being sidetracked literally from the true purpose of why they're on earth. And I can tell you, it's easy to get sidetracked here. The human, I guess I can call it the human
frailty.
Frailty is a great word, but the human condition, the human current definition of experiencing here is very limiting and can sidetrack us. When you look at what people are facing currently, globally, nationally, in our own backyards, dealing with finances, dealing with, all of the challenges with this economy, it is affecting relationships. Unions. It's affecting spouses. It's affecting how people are handling estates, how people are handling so many things, these challenges. People have so much. We can get sidetracked. We have to be wise. We ultimately, when we think about it, we don't own anything. None of us.
No.
I mean, even the clothes you are wearing at this moment that I speak, you don't own these clothes. Eventually, they're going to go someplace else. I mean, what do we take with us when we leave? What do we do while we're here? Well, people, don't let these problems throw you from spending time in prayer, spending time in service, spending time, true time with meditation, with the intent of expanding your consciousness and opening up the doorways of hope on this planet. As I said, as many listeners know, 2011, this is not over the challenges globally. Bruce, as you know, I told people, about March 3rd or so, I started telling more people about the incident coming that would hit Japan or that general region of the planet. I'm also being drawn again to further activity. I am very concerned about certain regions of the Northern Hemisphere, but also in Central and South America especially. I'm also being pulled towards different images of occasional volcano activity this year. But we've got a lot going on, and as you know, Bruce, oftentimes I'm hesitant to speak of this because I know so many people are easily panicked over things. I mean, my gosh, if something's coming, we don't want to panic. I've used this as an illustration. But I never once saw a mom call Pa Kettle, out in the middle of the range when the Indians were coming, so to speak, in the classic cowboy Indian tale. Did they look at each other and start beating each other up? They rallied, so to speak. This time we live in with these problems that are everywhere. Even if I put to the side, Bruce, just the issues of the natural disasters, the earthquakes, the weather, and all of these different things, putting that to the side, there's problems. And so this is not the time that we turn and attack one another. This is not the time that we make our own family enemies. What is that about?
Yes.
We've got to be wise at what is spewing out of us, what's coming out of our mouth, and how we're reacting. We need to unite. We unite by amplifying that light and that hope that's within us, by taking full responsibility for our thoughts and what's coming out of us. I mean, nobody here is a puppet. Everybody's in charge of their own mind and heart. And so today, as we speak in the days to come, we have challenges ahead of us, and we're going to have some great times. Some times that are going to be rough, and so roll up your sleeves, be prepared. It's going to rain here. It's going to rain on both the good and bad, but we all have certain gifts. We all have certain blessings, and the reason we have these gifts and blessings is not simply to dance around by ourselves with them. We are meant in these days to gift them forward. Why does one of our listeners currently right now have the gift of compassion? Is it just to simply stay at home and cry because of something that happened? No. They need to listen to the heart. Why does someone have the gift of being able to pull money out of their wallet because they've been so blessed with success? That's their gift. What about people who have the ability to forgive to uplift, to offer hope, laughter. My gosh, the gifts go on and on. Some people have the gift of being steadfast. Some people have been blessed with voice, with courage behind that voice. Some people have the strength, whether they know it or not, to stand up against injustice. Others, they had no idea that they could roll up their sleeves and literally pick up a shovel and dig those out of the depth of disaster. There's so much we have been gifted. But if I'm sidetracked with my woes, I'm not always going to see them. Because those woes, those human challenges that we can face as individuals can throw us. I'm not saying ignore your bills, no. I'm not saying ignoring your commitments or responsibilities, far from it. But we can manage our thoughts with it, as opposed to allowing them to take us off some other direction. But I'm just bringing this out just to encourage people. We've got so much going on.